Hey everybody, this is Steven. You could call myself a GC game. We're back into Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. So today, we're gonna have a class trial. It's been a while, I had to do a class trial for so long. This is going to be an exciting part because last time we did some investigation, which is the longest investigation we have so far, which is really confusing and really don't know how to understand what it is, or what kind of method did the killer use exactly. So the point is, there's still more evidence. I mean, how many evidence we get so far, it'll take a long time to like understand the stuff exactly. Because the thing is, like, whether we have the one killer had to be involved with like one person at a time, but it's possible like there's one killer had to kill those two girls. So it might be the case, but the problem is like how exactly. I mean, we all saw Ibuki there hanging. Well, Hajime was the one who saw Ibuki hanging. And then by the time I get back to find where the others were, and then come back, Yoko came for the pillar out of nowhere. So it might be a possible case of like whether she's still in the music venue or it's just like passing by or something. But I don't think that might be the case. But I mean, if she would pass me, she would have just like ask her what she was doing. But that's the problem. So and then I'll show like even if it did say what certain time it is exactly, so it won't gonna tell me like when did the killing take place. So that's gonna be the problem. So it's gonna take a long thing to do. It's like not sure what I would point at exactly, and I need to figure out that the controller using a keyboard and mouse exactly, because I'm not using a controller. Like my hands up here, so because my stupid controller sometimes always is disconnected, reconnected all over again. So I decided to use it on the keyboard. So yeah. But I'm not sure what they're gonna do with it exactly. I can't figure out the control for this part exactly. But we'll just see how well it goes. But anyway, we need to get preparation, everything, get ready. And then they open the hamper because I summoned all those this fragments I have in my possession. But I don't think none of them is gonna help as well. I only got like 5. I mean, I wish you won't get some more of it, but it's be hard to do for like what can it give exactly or what can it take exactly. And it's already hard for like how to use exactly. But memorizing, I don't need this. Trick happy. I think it's delayed between firing triple bullets. I think that won't be help. Doing compose is slightly steady aim. I don't think I'm not gonna help. And maneuver is one involved with logic drive. I think I have already done this before, which I really still suck on that one part. Only clock up. But that's gonna be a problem. I wish I want something more. There's nothing to do with bullet thing too. So, but nah, I'm just gonna like still gonna keep it. That's what I have. And I got about 35 skill points. Man, do I have some new one around here somewhere, or I have something that I haven't equipped exactly? No, I don't think I have. But I really want to like save up my whole fragment just yet because I don't want to get like wasted much of what I get so far. So I think that's pretty much it. So anyway, I think it's time for the class trial. Receive the class trial. Yes. Organize.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
Yeah, I know.
During the class trial, you will
We'll
present
listen
your
all the
argument
basic
for
rules.
who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person,
We're dead.
I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island. Oh well, who cares about this boring explanation? Let's get on with it already!
Dude, you always do that all the time to like reminding us about the rules.
I don't mind starting the trial, but I don't really have a grasp of how the case played out.
Of course, because you and the Kane was just weren't affected by it, so that's gonna be a problem like you memorize it.
You know, because I was asleep the whole time.
You weren't asleep at all.
Even if you do grasp it, you're just gonna confuse the heck out of us, aren't you?
He probably would do it.
But Nagito's not alone. I don't really get it either.
Don't worry, I'm pretty sure there's a lot to explain around here somewhere. Well, for long reasons.
You're fine. Your head's empty anyway.
Empty head? Huh. What's wrong with that?
You don't want to get like make her mad, Kazuichi.
Listen up. The emptier your head, the more dreams you can stuff inside it, you know?
That made no sense.
Anyway,
Oh,
we shouldn't
I have
proceed
no
with
words
the
to
trial
say.
if those two can't participate in the arguments.
I forgot Nekomaru wasn't here as well, so that's gonna be a weird thing for sure. I'm not sure what's gonna happen to Nekomaru.
Since he's the first witness, why don't we ask Hajime to explain the incident and the sequence of events?
Of course, because he's the only one who knows everything, so...
Then, let's start with when we split into the hospital team and motel team because of the despair disease. The hospital team consisted of Nagito, Ibuki, and Akane, who were infected, and Mikan, Fuyuhiko, and me.
Yep.
The other 5 in the motel team were myself, Gundam, Kazuichi, Chiaki, and Hyoko.
Spending the night at the hospital was prohibited, so Hajime and I had to sleep at our cottages.
Yeah, you can't allow to sleep in the hospital. That's a one big no-no. Thanks to Monokuma's rules,
I woke up at my cottage on the day the incident happened.
which is not oddly strange it is for Mikan.
Mikan came by to wake me up and told me that Nagito had recovered from the symptoms.
Yeah, in oddly weird position.
We immediately headed over to the hospital, and after we confirmed his recovery, I made Mikan rest in the on-call room, since she hadn't slept all night, while I waited in the hospital lobby.
Yeah, that's what he told.
And then, I saw the incoming signal light on the surveillance camera blinking before our scheduled time. When I pressed the button to turn on the monitor, what appeared on screen was... a video of someone wearing a hospital gown and a hemp bag on their head, climbing a stepladder.
Yep, that's what happens.
Amazing! That's such a heart-pounding story! And then what did you do, Hajime?
Calm down, Nagito.
I tried to stop them, of course. I rushed out of the hospital and ran to where the video was being recorded, the music venue. But it was too late. By the time I arrived, the person wearing the hemp bag on their head was already hanging from the ceiling.
That's gonna have a long discussion we have to take care of him, does it?
I thought I should tell the others right away, so I headed to the motel. Why the motel?
Because that's the closest from the music venue, that's what.
Because it was close to the music venue. And unlike the
That's what I said.
hospital, there were more able-bodied people there.
Yeah, it won't be possible you can't go to the hospital because, like, Mikan was there, but even though she was tired, and those 3 are still in the hospital because of the disease. And the only way to do it is to go to motels to find someone else's.
At least, that's what I thought. But the only person who came with me was Chiaki.
As like I know, he's just being like a total jerk.
But I remember feeling a little relieved because not long after, we met up with Mikan and Fuyuhiko.
Uh-huh.
We were also looking for Ibuki since she disappeared from our sight.
Like, when did that happen exactly?
After I rested for a bit, I started counting everyone at the hospital.
I mean, it's not like Ibuki just walked by herself, is she? Or is she been inside the music venue this whole time and that's what happens if she kills herself?
And then I noticed Ibuki was gone, so I sprinted out of the hospital.
What did you do? Just sit around the laps the whole island?
Coincidentally, I ran into Fuyuhiko, so I pled with him in various ways to see if he could help me out.
What do you mean?
Various ways?
It's not what you think, Kazuichi.
Don't say it like that and confuse people.
Oh, you blush, Fuyuhiko. You're feeling blushed.
After I heard from those 2 that Ibuki disappeared, I had a feeling she was the person wearing the hemp bag. So I immediately led them to the music venue.
Yep.
But the door wouldn't open. Since we had no other option, the 4 of us broke down the door.
Uh-huh.
And when that happened, we didn't just find Ibuki's body. We also found Hyoko's.
Yeah, that's gonna be the problem. Like, how the Hyoko was there this whole time. That's gonna be the one problem for sure. Even the door was completely, complete locked shut. That's what you're thinking. But that's not the problem. I think it's the problem with the weird glove thing. I'm pretty sure it might be some kind of like I don't know, a wooden glue or something. Like, if you're able to stick to it. Like, it was stuck like this forever.
And not just that. Her body was taped to a pillar.
That's when we heard the body discovery announcement. Not once, but twice in a row.
Yeah, it did. That's what it did talk about so far.
And so we decided to lower the hanged body, didn't we?
Yes.
When we removed the hemp bag, just as we feared, it was Ibuki.
So that's how the case played out. Thank you. I understood it very easily.
Do you? Or are you trying to make me confused, Nakito?
Well, it's clear what the problem with this case is. When Hajime left the music venue, who...
Wait, how do I know anything Hajime just said is true?
God dang it. You're still gonna think you depend on me, isn't it? Huh?
Sorry, I'm only being impartial right now. And the story I just heard is clearly suspicious.
Only, what, just because you just saw the hanged body? That doesn't make any sense at all.
Hajime, if you're the only one who saw the hanging video, and the first one to discover Ibuki's body, then you could be lying as much as you want right now.
Then you're probably just lying as well. You mean you still think about it to see it.
Lie? Why would I lie? Obviously. So you could make us ignore what might be an inconvenient truth for you.
Do you doubt me?
If you're not lying, I would like you to prove it.
Dang it, you want us to prove that I'm not the killer, is it?
Come on, try to prove it to me. Prove you're not the killer.
I really hate your face so much, Nagito. It's just as Katsushi said. Nagito's the kind of guy who'll just confuse us and make matters worse. Damn it! I should have explained it to Nagito. I'm in trouble now thanks to that. Ugh, that's gonna be a lot to deal with, is it? Botoven keys, gotta keep. Again,
Hajime's testimony.
how do you use control exactly? Use these to move and aim. I mean, usually mouse is a vertical one. Silence it for right miss clock. I think the left one is for the fire the triple bullets. So concentrating to space. Okay. The fast forward for control keys. How am I supposed to change the reticles? I don't know. Okay, there it goes.
If Hajime's testimony is a lie,
Wait,
what could Ibuki harm herself?
that's not. I was supposed to shoot it.
That would also be a lie.
Oh my god, the reticles
I
are
don't think I can
really
deny that possibility.
iffy when I'm using the mouse.
After all, Hajime's the only witness.
True.
Why would Hajime lie?
Well, obviously, because he's the killer.
Why would you believe that?
Did Hajime kill both of them?
Yeah, tell me.
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie.
No, wait. Dang it. It's not.
Means it probably is Hajime's fault.
No, that's not it! I'm not the killer. There should be contradiction somewhere. Yeah, he says probably because of imitation of the movie. That's not it. Hajime did not watch the movie at all. That's why I have to take him in possession. Because he did watch it, like, during the investigation. Not before. He doesn't remember much, so I need to find out and break through.
Bodies were imitating the movie.
No!
No, that's wrong.
Oh, it's not! He would never do something like this. He never intimate the movie or anything.
I'm not the killer. I mean, there's no way I'd be able to imitate that movie.
Yeah, what do you say about that, Nagito?
Of course you're not. I already knew that.
Dang it, I knew it! Why would you ever do this to me? I really hate you so much, Nagito.
Huh?
Before the incident, Hajime had never watched that movie. His invitation ticket is proof of that.
Dang it, why would you say that in the first place? You trying to pin and blame on me as a killer, but that's not even proof at all, isn't it? I mean, everybody else know about the movie, except the part that he's the only one who doesn't know, because he's not very interested.
Each person only received one ticket, and they're marked with a stamp that shows the date and time.
Yeah, it does.
Isn't that right, Monokuma?
Yes, no mistakes there.
Which means there's no way Hajime, who never saw the movie, could commit murders that imitated it.
I mean, possibly you can't imitate it, like, based on the movie.
Or did anyone tell him what happens in the movie? Of course no one did, right?
No one knows until very recently about during the investigation, everyone's talking about that movie, what they're saying.
Hold on a sec. You're the one who brought this up in the first place.
Nagito, what are you doing?
Well, since we're opening with your witness testimony, I thought we should solidify the foundation.
You trying to, like, put the plaintiffs on me or something.
It also provides a good warm-up.
What warm-up? This isn't a game, you know.
Well, technically it is, but it's not.
Don't get mad. I just think warming up is really important. Especially since this isn't a game.
Well, if you say that.
What a waste of time. Well, I knew it would turn out like this anyway.
Who does it now?
Now then, since we know Hajime's testimony is reliable, let us move on to the arguments.
Yeah, we better discuss about, like, how they died.
So this means Ibuki definitely climbed the stepladder all by herself, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm positive.
Then that seals it. Ibuki committed suicide.
Well, a bit too far for that. I mean, I get what you think about it because she killed herself.
If Ibuki committed suicide, then who killed Hiyoko?
Yeah, that's the problem. When did they kill Hiyoko? That's one problem.
A murder coincidentally occurring in the same place as a suicide. Ain't possible, huh?
Like I said before, it's pretty clear what the problem with this case is.
Uh-huh.
The killer murdered Hiyoko while Hajime was gone. So all we gotta do is establish who could have possibly done that.
Then let's ask Hajime. How long would you say you were away from the music venue?
I remember he said about, like, none till about 5 minutes long, is it?
I couldn't have been gone for more than 10 minutes.
Or that. That's what he said about from previous.
So they killed Hiyoko and taped her up within 10 minutes? There's no way that's possible.
Well, if she would pass by when she's still in the motel going to the music venue, it won't be that coincident, but like 10 minutes long.
That's why the killer stalled for time by making the music venue a closed room.
Yep.
What do you mean, a closed room?
I don't even know for the other part.
The killer blocked the venue door from the inside to try and keep us from entering right away.
Uh-huh.
However, that door is the only entrance to the music venue, right?
Yep, no windows, no back doors, anything.
If they blocked the door from the inside, the killer would not have been able to leave either.
Unless there's them involved, like, going to the vent. That'll be weird if there any vent system around here.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
But the killer can't be probable, like, he's still inside or something.
Which means, when we broke down the venue door, the killer was still inside.
How can you know before you go?
They were?
Like, when did that happen? Like, right until everybody else is here?
If that's the case, the only suspicious people are those who don't have an alibi for that time.
And that'll be...
And that's you two! Sonia and Kazuichi!
Oh, because like no one knows Kane's or something?
Me too?
What the hell? Why's it gotta be us?
The others all have alibis.
Yeah, come to think of it, we never talked to those two about their alibis then.
Chiaki, Mikan, Hajime, and I all broke down the venue door together.
Uh-huh.
Gundam met up with Hajime at the motel right before that.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And if Akane and Nagito were laid up in the hospital, the only person that leaves is one of you.
There's another person who doesn't have an alibi. You know, Nekomaru.
He's not even here at all. I mean, it's impossible you think Nekomaru did it.
Me too!
Are you trying to impersonate the Nekomaru, Manakuma? It's not gonna happen.
Hey, why are you talking like... Huh?
Yeah, I get what you're thinking. Why he be talking like Nekomaru? Don't say you're just being like reincarnated or something.
You're kidding, right? You're not up to something weird, are you?
I hope not.
Please stop making bad jokes.
Anyway, if the killer was hiding inside the venue, we should obviously doubt the people who don't have alibis.
We should just ask those two about the alibis.
What a wicked way of backing us into a wall. Is this his professional skill?
Not really. That's I'm not sure how the skill Yakuza works. The killer was inside the music venue. Vehicle obviously thinks so, but is that really it? Well, what can we do? Make your argument. Okay. Motel room, the scrap of thick paper, step ladder, sentimental glove.
The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
How did they lock the door?
I don't know.
That door should not have had a lock.
The lock was on the floor in front
Well,
of the
there
door.
might be a thing, because the glove, is it?
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
No.
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door. By doing that, the killer who was hiding inside waited till we gathered together and suddenly appeared.
So they looked like they had just rushed over.
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
What are you talking about? I don't think that might be a case. That person remark contradicted the truth. I should be able to prove that evidence with my evidence. It's gotta be the glove thing. It's not the drumstick what they talk about.
From the inside.
Okay.
No, that's wrong.
It didn't lock from the inside. It was a glove that was somehow stuck or something.
Wait a second. There's also a possibility that the door was locked from the outside.
From the outside? How?
Use a glove, that's what.
There was a semi-transparent glob stuck to the venue door. Maybe that's what they used.
Yeah, Chucky just somehow like put on her mouth and saying like disgusting.
Semi-transparent glob. Like rubber, maybe?
Well, maybe. It wasn't rubber at all. The centimeter glove was probably glue. It was actually a glue.
I see. That semi-transparent glob must have been glue.
That's why I've been like, why they stick together or something and won't be able to open up.
Glue?
Yeah, I think so too. It had a firm, gel-like chewiness, and I could smell workshop chemicals the moment I put it in my mouth.
Which is still that's stupid for you, Chucky. What you put in your mouth?
Based on all that, I'm certain it was glue.
I didn't know glue was edible.
It's not food! I mean, it's what they get like kids will eat glue that much, they're disgusting.
I believe it is not something one typically eats.
I mean, that's a Akane we're talking about.
That glue was only applied to the areas where both doors touched. By pouring it in the gaps of the closed door, they must have sealed the venue door from the outside.
I guess it can.
And thanks to that, a glob of glue was left where the door was stuck. Yep, it fits perfectly.
Uh-huh.
But if you just stick them together with glue, you'd be able to break down the door easily, you know?
That's why we've been trying to together. That's why I was able to like break free.
That doesn't really matter. The killer only did that to make us think the door was locked from the inside.
Okay, they're trying to make us like, if we didn't like, won't be able to open. They try and make sure, like, what is make you think everyone thinks it's like a locked room mystery.
What'd you say?
First of all, didn't that drumstick we found seem really obvious? Almost unnaturally so?
I think that the killer set things up. I think the drumstick was a very important thing because of maybe because they're trying to confuse us. I'm pretty sure they're trying to confuse us, thinking like the locked room door might be involved with the drumstick.
It was so obvious that it makes more sense to think the killer placed it as a diversion.
Are you saying the drumstick was a trap the killer set on purpose?
Yep.
Then I totally fell for that fucking trap.
Oh, you really fought for that trap well for you, Hiko.
Apologize to Miss Sonia and me. However, you're not allowed to slice open your stomach this time.
Yeah, you better not do that. I swear to God.
In a quarrel, both sides are to blame. That's why it's better to just have no sides at all.
That made no sense at all. And stop writing your everything, mon ami.
So, during the 10 minutes Hajime left the venue, the killer murdered Hiyoko and created a closed space?
Yes.
And they also taped her up after killing her, right?
Wait, that's a problem. When did that happen exactly?
Even quick work has limits.
Oh, what unimaginable speed for a slowpoke like me.
Unless they did that for like before morning announcement, I think. Or did something happen like last night? It might depend on, but there's a problem like we came up with a time because the heat, that's why.
If they couldn't have done it while Hajime was away from the venue, they must have done it earlier than that.
Yep, I was hoping for that. Earlier?
But when Hajime got to the venue, only Ibuki's body was there, right?
Yes.
And when you went back with everyone else, Hiyoko's body was there too, right? But it's possible that the body was just revealed at that time, when Hiyoko was actually killed earlier.
Just revealed?
Uh-huh.
Of course, the body wasn't revealed on its own. The killer did that too. Here, I have proof.
Oh, that scrap of paper. I think I know why.
That scrap of paper. Is that what we found in the baton lighting at the music venue?
You're the one who sent the hamster out.
That's right, but just what is this scrap anyway?
I mean, figure it out. It came from the wallpaper from the back storage. The scarf was stuck on the baton lightning in the music venue. Now I should be able to figure out what it is. I'm pretty sure I know that word. It's Hangman's Gambit. It's gotta be a wallpaper, is it? I forgot how you do Hangman's Gambit for this part. It's so high, I don't even know what to pick exactly. If this one's a catch or release, right click, and then I think it's spacing for concentrating. So let's for like send a keyword. I mean, I put words together or something. Okay, I think I'm trying to learn stuff. Okay. Okay, so okay, got the wrong one. No, damn it, I did that. We're supposed to put wallpaper. Damn it, I did that. Okay, dude, let's do this, and then there it goes. It's actually a wallpaper. I figured out already. I didn't make a mistake still. But there it is. Dang it! Oh, really? Oh, jeez. Oh god, where's the E when you need it? Oh, jeez! Oh god. There it goes. Oh, jeez. I am not really good at everything, does it?
Scrap. Isn't it part of the wallpaper in the storage room?
Yeah, I figured out already it's a wallpaper. It's so hard I can't use a keyboard and my mouse.
In the music venue storage room, there should have been black wallpaper that's the same color as that scrap.
Yeah, I already figured out that the wallpaper because they're like one of those some ripped part is like at the end part. So it might be what do they do, like wrap around it?
There was also a tear along the edge of the wallpaper, wasn't there?
You're right. You overlay the scrap that was caught on the lighting with the tear in the wallpaper. See? It fits perfectly.
What did they do? But just like wrap it together?
I see. So the scrap that was caught on the baton lighting was originally part of the wallpaper.
And what's wrong with that? Does it have something to do with Hyoko's body disappearing?
A mere nobody like me isn't important enough to answer that.
Well, you want me to do the thing then?
But if you guys were exceptional enough to identify that scrap of paper, you can figure this out easily.
The scrap of paper stuck to the baton lighting was part of the wallpaper I found in the storage room. Is it connected to the sudden appearance of Hyoko's body? If I trace it back from there, the answer should become clear. Alright, let's give this a try. Is it logic dive again? Of course. I forgot what that is. Control what it is. Logic dive. 1. Before I do, I need to know controls. Move as a mouse and control like accelerate? Is it accelerate? Is it? Oh jeez, I don't know about this stuff. Using WASD or what? It breaks for right button, left to jump. But, okay. Okay. But can't I'm trying to learn stuff, okay? Don't judge me. Okay, I got this. Okay, checkpoint. I better do it before my timer's out. And I'm losing so many health that quick. Okay, question 1. Why did Hyoko's body suddenly appear at the crime scene? It was hidden. It's totally obvious. It wrapped around the wallpaper, right? That might be the reason why we can't even see it. The boost. That'll be interesting enough how you do this stuff. I mean, logic dive is kind of really like new thing for like putting pieces together, like how they're connected or like how they occur. Question 2. What did the killer use to hide the body? Wallpaper. Because they wrapped around it. Because they used the baton lighting. So I get that might be explaining how. Like why the body was hidden. But the problem is, when did that happen? I cannot not sure. I guess the the killer somehow tear it up when Hajime was left? Whoop. I guess it's like a ramp is an automatic jump, so that's fine. Are you getting close? Okay. How did the killer hide her body with the wallpaper? They cover the pillar. Yeah, that's it. That's how it works. They cover the pillar. It didn't cover the wall in anything. It's impossible. It's because she was tied up from the pillar. So anyways. And done. Alright, then we still got this.
It's all coming together.
It's finally connected.
Got it. Hyoko's body was hidden before we found it.
But it would have taken quite a long time to tape up a hidden body.
No, the body was already taped up and the killer hid it, along with the pillar using the wallpaper.
Yep.
What? They hid the pillar?
I guess that might be explained to it, but she must have like already there from the very beginning when Hajime saw Ibuki's body. So I think Hyoko died first, not Ibuki.
Yeah, by wrapping the wallpaper around the pillar, the killer was able to create a slightly larger pillar. So when I first discovered Ibuki's body, Hyoko's body was already there.
Yeah, I know there's something up to something with this. By the time you see the pillar, it looks like really big, is it? Yeah, it is.
Because it was concealed within a slightly larger pillar. I didn't realize that at the time.
Now I realize that pillars are really big. That explains why some of the both pillars wasn't unmatched. But this one's so big, so that explains everything.
Well, that's understandable. I mean, it makes sense that you'd notice Ibuki's body right away.
He wasn't paying attention to anything. He didn't notice about the pillars were something big.
So they used the baton lighting on the ceiling to hang the wallpaper?
The baton lighting forms a perfect circle around the pillar. So using it to hang the wallpaper totally fits.
Wow, never expected how that works. But except about some of the wallpaper is so like torn apart.
Then, the reason the wallpaper was covered in so many stickers was to make it look like that pillar.
It does.
That's how they hid Hyoko's body, and then peeled off the wallpaper as soon as I left the music venue.
Except the one of the end pieces got torn off.
But the killer made a mistake. They accidentally ripped off a piece of the wallpaper.
Maybe because they're trying to torn it faster to get before anything happens.
And because of that, a scrap was left on the baton lighting.
Which that was really stupid for the killer anyway.
The killer must have been in a hurry. Their plan took too long. Hajime could have walked in on it.
He did say it took about 10 minutes, so that will be the case.
But going to the trouble of hiding the body and the pillar is very bold and risky.
The crime itself would be much easier to pull off since they don't have much to do while Hajime's gone. They just have to peel off that wallpaper and stash it in the storage room. It's not that big of a deal.
Is it? Sound like it.
Then, when was Hyoko actually killed?
Maybe she got killed before Ibuki.
Good point. And on that note, it's about time we shed some light on those imitation murders.
Do we still have to talk about that imitation murders?
You mentioned imitation murder more than once. But what is that?
Really? You don't even know about that part, me?
Are you kidding me? You haven't seen my masterpiece? The Wizard of Monami 2.5D?
That is the worst movie of all, Monokuma. I will put like 0 out of 5.
Hey, don't put my likeness in your movies without my permission.
Have you ever seen it?
You're pretty noisy for someone who eats mothballs.
Ew!
I don't eat mothballs. I just enjoy looking at them.
Ew, way worse!
I knew it. There are so many similarities. It must have been intentional.
Okay.
Ibuki's death by hanging matches the Scarecrow's death from the movie.
Yes, that's one.
Not just that, but Hyoko getting taped up after her death matches the lion's death.
Some of the deaths weren't exactly the same, like from the tin pillar one to slice out the pieces, which there's no way the killer won't able to do it. But that's the problem. It's only maximum for 2 kills, is it?
It's as if both crimes were replicas of scenes from the movie, although the mutilated Tin Man was omitted.
Yeah, I don't think it will be that work.
But why did the killer go to all this trouble in the first place?
Based on what we know, the reason the killer chose these imitations isn't that difficult to figure out.
The reason the killer imitated the 2 victims in that movie I should be able to explain that now. To let their accomplice escape because they're like movies, to hide a weapon, to mix up the killing order. I think that must be it.
I see.
I think they're trying to mess with us.
The reason the killer imitated 2 of the murders from the movie was so he'd mix up the killing order.
Then, Hiyoko was actually killed before Ibuki?
Yeah, it does.
A valid line of reasoning.
Yeah, it's valid. The condition of Ibuki's body suggests that as well.
What do you mean? If you're going to cry and beg like that, then I guess I'll hear about the condition of Ibuki's body.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that?
I'm not even crying.
You don't even have emotional unload, Jackie.
I'll let you sob as much as you want later. Just hurry up and tell me before I change my mind.
What a jerk!
Oh, I see. You want me to explain it to you, right? Because you don't understand what I'm saying, right?
An even bigger jerk? Impossible!
I don't know what's going on here. Why is she supposed to be so savage to Gundam?
Look, Ibuki died because she hanged herself, right? That means when she was still alive, her feet were touching the floor.
Ah, the blood.
What's wrong with that?
But it seems Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was killed. That would mean Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki.
How right. Your words are so light as the sylph's feather. Your opponent is out of your league. It is too absurd to try to perplex me so inadequately.
What, it's not very helpful?
Man, he's being annoying again.
First and foremost, you claim Ibuki's feet were touching the floor when Hiyoko was killed. How can a low-class creature with no psychic abilities like you know something like that?
Because she was doing something that's only possible if her feet were on the floor.
I think I know where you're from. It's one of those to wipe up blood, is it? It was next to Hiyoko's body, is it?
It seems you suffer from a pathetic delusion.
I'm not sure. It's kind of like a brawl or something.
You're one to talk.
Anyway, if this continues, we're just gonna talk in circle. I think it's basically clear for Ibuki's status when Hiyoko was killed. Okay, which one is it? Blood of the Soul, Motel Keys. Is it the stepladder?
When Hiyoko died, Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
I'm gonna need to concentrate because I think I got that one to recover my influence gauge.
I am telling you to present your evidence.
Did you see her walking?
If her feet were on the floor, was there any sign she stepped on something?
Maybe it does? Nope, that's not it. Ibuki's feet were on the ground when Hiyoko was killed. I thought there will be proof that she stepped on something. But I was wrong?
Crap!
That's not it at all. I was hoping I got the right one.
When Hiyoko died,
It's good that I still have that one of the
Ibuki's
Billies,
feet were
so...
on the floor.
Her on the floor. Was there any sign she stepped on something?
Were there even any footprints at the crime scene?
no.
Maybe her feet were on the floor. But she was like sitting or something. So instead, there'd be a mark on her ass.
Ew, no.
Weak, I say! It doesn't even pierce my heart!
Chiaki said Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was killed, but... Is that really true?
When Hiyoko died,
Like, which is it exactly?
Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
I am telling you to present your evidence!
Did you see her walking?
I guess, the blood on the
If
soul?
her feet were on the floor, was there any sign she stepped on something?
Ah, of course.
Agree with that.
It was blood on the soul, because there are bloods on it. I'm so stupid.
Just as Sonia said, Ibuki stepped on something. That something was blood. There were faint blood stains on the soles of her slippers.
I should have known this for sure. I thought for the stepladder because it had blood on it.
That is not Ibuki's blood, right? She suffered no external injuries.
That's gotta be Hiyoko's blood.
Then it's Hiyoko's blood.
Hyoko's only wound was a fatal slice on her neck. And she died almost instantly, right?
Yep.
If Ibuki stepped on her blood,
means Ibuki was still standing when Hyoko was mortally wounded. Which means Ibuki was still alive at the exact moment Hyoko was killed.
Don't underestimate the power of the evil eye!
What? You want me to brother, man?
Is that it? A shepherd dressed in his Sunday's finest still reeks of lamb, Hajime Hinata.
Is there like a pun there?
Does that mean you have a rebuttal?
Does that mean you have a rebuttal? That's a good line.
That's what I want to know!
But are you sure you're sure? If I show you how serious I am, this world might be destroyed, you know. You're so frightened you can't even make a sound. It seems you've realized our difference in status.
Yeah, I clearly know what you're talking about, Gundam.
However, the time for conviction starts now. You better entertain me to the fullest.
Dang it, I don't even know how to use the rebuttal for this one. Well, which is it then? Rope's heels, the smudge on the floor. That's what I was hoping for. Get this one.
You're saying the
what is it? WSD, direction, and then slash is an arrow. Okay, that's easy for sure. Another turn for like right mouse. Like what? Just like slice it to pieces? Or what's supposed to be like hold it? I don't know. Let's just see.
Impossible!
Why that?
Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor. You can't step on blood that was never there. Just about 1 minute. Did you see a nice nightmare?
I can't back down!
Okay. Success.
As long as Ibuki's body has no open wounds, there's no doubt that blood is Hyoko's.
Hyoko was taped to the pillar, yes. But it's possible that the pillar still had blood on it. However, you cannot step on the pillar with your feet. You should feel proud of yourself. It's been nearly 3 years since I've had to use 60% of my power.
Oh, retreat!
Damn it!
How was it return? It's gonna go back to the original topic.
You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged to... Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on... You can't step on blood that was never there. Just about 1 minute. You see a nice nightmare.
Despite his ex-racist protests, I feel like I already seen an opening to counter. Is this a trap? I think it's a but like you said there's no blood here, so I have this much
more. You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged to... Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor.
It does! It does have a blood! You frickin' moron! I knew it.
That's not it. The reason there was no blood on the floor is because the killer wiped it away afterward.
Which still has some smudges all over it.
Don't say such foolish things! You don't have proof of that at all!
Yes, I do. If you look closely, there's a streak on the floor where blood was wiped away.
It's like someone like dragged the body or something.
When the killer tried to hide Hyoko's body, they probably cleaned the blood at the same time, but Ibuki must have already stepped in it, and the killer probably didn't even realize it.
The reason they wiped off the blood on the floor was so we'd mix up the order of the murders, right?
Uh-huh.
Even if they're able to hide Hyoko's body, it'd be bad if her blood was left out in the open.
Plus, Ibuki's body was left out in the open, and it wasn't bleeding from any open wounds at all.
Hyoko's body was probably wrapped in duct tape to stop her bleeding.
Yeah, I could tell because of there's a neck. It was like there was a tape around the neck to stop the bleeding. But there's some blood on the chest, so that's one thing.
Actually, the bleeding will stop once the heart stops beating. So I don't think they had to go that far.
Aside from Nikon, none of us were aware of that fact. So the killer probably did not know it either.
Maybe the heater was running inside the music venue so it would screw with Nikon's autopsy?
Yeah, I'll explain about it, but why then? Even if the temperature really that hot, they try to make sure the time of death wasn't correct.
That's right! I didn't know the time of death because of the heater!
The time of death wasn't mentioned in the Monokuma file just to keep concrete evidence from us.
Yep. Since we have all this evidence, there's no one else who wants to object, right? Then it's decided. Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki.
It appears that it is wiser to retreat for now.
On your side, agree then?
Fine then. But regardless of good or evil, there's no deceit in upholding one's convictions.
Can't you just shut up and back off?
Now then, let us resume our debate.
So what next then?
Wait a sec. There's something I want to run by Monokuma first.
Why? You know that says something that's stupid, don't you?
Huh? Again? Didn't something like this happen last time too?
He did.
Hey, if the victim actually committed suicide, what are we supposed to do?
Do we just like vote her then? Huh? Suicide?
The same as always. You have to vote for who the killer is. Think about it. A suicide means you've killed the most important existence of all, yourself. Unfortunately, that means there's no Blackened to punish, but I guess in a pinch, I can always punish Monami.
Well, even there's no blackers around here, you're just gonna like hurt Monami a lot.
Nagito? What do you mean? If the victim actually committed suicide?
Well, I mean, I understand Hiyoko's death, but I'm wondering if Ibuki was really murdered.
Well, that might be the case.
For example, it's possible Ibuki killed Hiyoko and then committed suicide due to a guilty conscience, right?
That's totally impossible. Then she never would have killed her to begin with.
Yeah, and that's like because of the disease or anything.
She was afflicted by the despair disease, remember? That means anything can happen.
But if Ibuki's the killer, she wouldn't have been able to falsify the sequence of the murders, right?
I think.
After Hajime saw the hanged body, the sudden appearance of Hiyoko's body soon after means the killer had to be alive at that time.
Then she was alive!
When did that happen?
When Hajime first discovered Ibuki, she was just pretending to be dead.
What are you talking about? She's only been dead already.
If she waited until Hajime left, that's when she could have made her move and mess with the crime scene.
That's not... I don't think that's how stuff works.
She hanged herself, remember? There's no fucking way she could have faked that.
I mean, it's not like having like, I don't know, invisible box or something.
And if she was going to fake her death, I think she wouldn't have chosen hanging. Her body would have been defenseless in that state. If anyone touched her, that alone would have ruined her plan.
Yeah, that's a bad thing.
I see. So that means...
You were wrong, isn't it?
There's no doubt that someone killed those two. I'm glad. Now I'm free to search for the killer.
Dang it, you always keep messing around again.
What the heck?
There's still one more issue on my mind.
Again?
If Ibuki didn't commit suicide, then just what was that video Hajime saw?
Huh?
According to that video you saw, Ibuki was by herself when she climbed the stepladder, right?
Yes.
Then does that mean someone forced her to do it?
Forced? Perhaps they used hypnotism or something?
I mean, of course, because the disease, is it? What? Like the killer says something like, "I want you to kill yourself," and she was like, "Okay," and then had to go up the ladder, get the news, and then dead. I think that's how it happens.
I don't know anything about that.
Don't say it all proud.
Putting that aside, it seems obvious that the killer did something. So, maybe we should figure out who was able to do whatever that was.
So, an alibi. Then our plan is to destroy the weakest alibi.
Why?
Since Hajime has seen the video, it is clear what time the crime took place.
But just to be sure, that surveillance camera doesn't have a record function, right?
Yeah, that's a problem. It's only like they do it like a video chat.
It's a cheap-ass surveillance camera, you know? There's no way it'd have some kind of sweet recording feature.
Then, the video Hajime saw was actually live?
It does.
What time did Hajime see that video?
It is signed for before the morning announcement.
I saw it at the hospital, right before Monokuma's morning announcement.
Yep.
I saw the body at the music venue a little after Monokuma's announcement.
So Ibuki hanged herself right before Monokuma's announcement. And since we established that Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki, that means the time that the murders occurred was before and during the announcement.
Okay.
Then we just have to find the person who who doesn't have an alibi during that time?
Now then, I shall issue my decree. Let Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi commence.
Only I can come up with a name in the operation. But okay. Both you can use one of the accounts. Mikan's accounts. I don't think Sonia's account won't be helpful because she talked about like Hiyoko, so Mikan's the only account she has so far.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
No, I got TV blowing through my screen. But okay.
I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
Okay.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
Okay.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then...
We do have Mikan is.
No, that's wrong.
I think. I forgot what her Mikan's account is.
Hold on. Not all of us are missing an alibi. In fact, Mikan and I both have alibis.
It was the time of a before morning announcement.
You two have alibis?
Up until I saw that hanging video, Mikan and I were actually together for a while.
We even woke up together that morning.
Not where the way we're thinking. That's not how stuff works. You're the one who came to my first place.
Hey, what kind of situation is that?
None! Kazuriti, it was none! She just came to me!
I accidentally fell asleep on top of Hajime.
Oh god, why Mikan? Why you always be so dirty? I'm dirty, I said!
Too much info.
I'm
just forget this.
Yeah, it's not like that. She just came to tell me Nagato's condition had improved.
And we went to the hospital together afterward. So we were together until right before the announcement.
Yeah, should say that in the first place, not saying for like, we sleep together. Like, ew, that's disgusting.
I get it. You guys have alibis.
If that's the case, the killer must be someone else.
It's better if we think about it like that. The killer decided to falsify the murder sequence to hide the actual time of the crime anyway.
So it's inevitable that an alibi for both before and during the morning announcement would be very important.
It feels like Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has backed us into a corner instead.
But committing an imitation murder, is that really all it was?
You still thinking about the imitation murder? It's still not gonna happen. Huh?
Faking the time the crime occurred by falsifying the murder sequence, hiding their alibi in the process. Was that the only reason the killer made both bodies imitate the movie?
Are you saying there was another reason?
I feel really bad for confusing you guys so much, but that's how I feel.
You're the one who always confuse us all the time, Nagito.
I think the killer had a completely different reason for falsifying the murder sequence.
Are you saying the killer just somehow faked it? Those, what everyone's thinking was just like from the movie? The killer had different reasons? If that's the case, are we still in the killer's trap? It's not a trap set by one of us. If so, then whose? And what kind of trap is it? Oh yeah, we can just call it out that quick. Well then, his class trial suspended. I went that fast. And of course, well, Manami searchable. Why, hello there, Manami. The moss balls sure look tasty today. You still talking about moss balls, really?
Stop it!
Stop it! Don't characterize me as someone who lies off moss balls. And here's some chance time. Hello, what's that? What's that supposed to mean? Nothing. Must means appeal time starts now. Huh? Appeal time? Your kind-hearted big brother is gonna give you the chance to reclaim your honor. Of what, being in charge again? Good looks! Shows those jerks who treat you like a red-headed stepchild who's boss. That's 99% your fault. While you were whining, your time's already run out. So please make your appeal simple. About 30,000 words or so. What is this? Kind of like a huge essay we have to write? That's too long! Or just be a boring appeal. Come on, if your appeals are successful, there might be merchandise opportunities heading your way. Then I'm Usami, magical miracle star Usami. I'm an itty bitty girl who's sweet like milk. I was like, nope. Jeez. And I thought son Robber's other sister was supposed to be the best.
What a disappointment.
What a disappointment. What are you talking about? I have no clue whatsoever. Don't worry, you don't want to know, mother me. That's not how stuff works, but anyways. And get to the save here. And we're not gonna do it just yet.
I'm Monami.
No, we're not gonna do it. We are technically calling it today because the class trials are sound suspended. I mean, I know the fact is we're just like getting started. So, anyways, but I will come back again for next week since it's only take about like a long class trial. Like I said, if it's like getting suspended, that's either ended. Man, I really that bad. I was saying to myself. But I promise you, it will going to make something really something interesting. Well, it might be taking a long time, but we'll just get things started. So, anyways, that's pretty much it on Danganronpa 2. Goodbye. This is it. If you liked the video, hit that like button too. Line them up. If you want to see videos or check out, you have to go subscribe. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Later!